Hi, this is Mario Romero with the Melcher Agency at the Romero team, and I'd like to thank you for taking time to view our video. This is part of a series of short videos we're doing to introduce small businesses and local nonprofits in the community. Today it's my pleasure to be speaking to Exanthia Angel Walker. She's the co-founder and artistic director of Rising Youth Theater. Exanthia, can you tell us about yourself, your background, about Rising Youth and its mission?
Absolutely. So I'm the co-founder of Rising Youth Theater, and we are a 5-year-old theater company. The co-founder, Sarah Sullivan, and I met in graduate school at Arizona State University. We both have MFAs in theater for youth, and we met in the program and decided that we wanted to start a company together. And our first decision, once we made that choice, was to think about where we were going to do that. And we looked at Chicago, which is where we both have some roots and family. And we looked at Minneapolis, and we looked at other places where we had lived before. And all of those places already had a lot of organizations that were doing community-engaged theater work with young people.
Okay.
And we looked at Phoenix, and we realized that there was not already a company that was dedicated to community-engaged theater work with young people full-time. And so we saw this really great space here, and we decided to start a company in Phoenix because we felt like there was opportunity and there was space, and there was also like a really exciting energy in the arts community in Phoenix that made it possible for us to begin. So we chose Phoenix, and our company's mission is to create youth-driven theater that is riveting and relevant, challenging audiences to hear new stories, start conversations, and participate in their communities.
Is it all original material?
It is, okay. So far. We're a 5-year-old company, so we still have a lot of flexibility as an organization, and what we're really dedicated to is making theater about young people's true stories and experiences through collaborations between young people and adult artists. So we bring people together around the stories that matter to young people, and stories that we usually don't hear from young people about their own lives. And
give me some examples.
Yeah, so we actually, just this past weekend, we closed a show called Antonia, a Chicana hip-hop Antigone. And it was a play that was performed outside in the alley behind Phoenix Center for the Arts, which is where we're in residence. And it used the elements of hip-hop blended with an adaptation of the classic Greek play Antigone to tell the stories of young people in hip-hop culture.
That's really fascinating because right now I know on Broadway they have that one play that's really just, it's all hip-hop.
Hamilton?
Hamilton,
yeah.
And telling the story of Hamilton through hip-hop with a very diverse cast on stage. So it's coming into its own.
Well, hip-hop is something that we really learned in this process of learning about hip-hop culture and working with young people as well as professional adult artists who are hip-hop artists. We learned a lot about how hip-hop is really a youth-driven art form in a lot of ways, because a lot of its principles surround the idea that you can make hip-hop work anywhere, and it's about how you approach an art form. And so the idea of that translating to Broadway, I think, has been really cool.
Now, are you working with other, in terms of do you do any outreach to some of the schools or other organizations that you collaborate with?
Yeah, all of our projects are partnership projects. So whenever we're starting a new project, we partner with an organization. Sometimes that's a school, sometimes that's a community organization. So for example, last year we did a project called Disengage that was a partnership with Genesis Academy, which is a school that is dedicated to serving young people who have a hard time staying in school. And they are working really hard to address Phoenix's incredibly high dropout rate. And they're actually in the neighborhood that Phoenix Center for the Arts is in, so they're just down the street from us already. So we partnered with them, and we worked with their students and their staff and developed a play based on the stories of students at that school and their commitment to re-engaging in education.
That's great. So I'd like you to tell our audience what they can do to help this organization if you have an interest in getting more involved.
Absolutely. So we are a very young organization. But we are also 5 years old, so we're not that young anymore. I like to joke that we're in kindergarten now. But really, within the life of a nonprofit, that's still very young.
Yes.
So the best way you can get involved is to support our work, either financially by making a donation or through your time. We have a lot of volunteer opportunities and a lot of needs as an organization, just in terms of showing up and participating. And you can always find out about that by going to our website, which is www.risingyouththeater.org. We also have a Facebook page, and we also are on Instagram and on Snapchat and all the other places where.
What about a phone number? What about phone number that you'd be reached at?
I could be reached at 480-381-4869.
Well, Xanthia, thank you very much for taking time to tell us about your organization and the great work it does in the community. And if you have any questions about this organization or anything, of course, about real estate, give me a call, 602-252-4191. See you next time and make it a great day.